Alright folks, today we'll be doing Quran chapter 13 verses Mark 1 in the New Testament. And this is out of the Quran, of course. And we'll just get going here. I need to give a shout out to David Wood, Pamela Geller, Apostate Prophet Jay Smith, Sam Shamoon, Bridget Gabriel, Robert Spencer, Dan Gibson, and Usama Dodak, which is where I got this Quran from. You can get them online, actually. They've got a bunch of footnotes, and it's actually literal translation, so it's not PC, and made for Western ears to hear so that people will tolerate it. If you type in any of those names, Jay Smith, David Wood, or Robert Spencer, Apostate Prophet, and just put Islam YouTube, their videos will pop up. They're very informative. So this is going to be the Jewish New Testament, which is the New Testament of the Bible, and the Arab New Testament, which is the Quran. So thanks for listening. Subscribe and tell me in the comments what you think. I'm not a scholar, not any kind of special person. I'm just a guy reading and hoping to spark interest so people will educate themselves. Anyway, so here we go. The Thunder. Al-Mir. These are the verses of the book of that which has been sent down to you from your Lord, the truth. But most people do not believe. Now, what's interesting is that when you look at this, throughout the Quran, there's various times that people are challenging Muhammad, saying, hey man, I heard this story that you're talking about, 2 weeks ago at my uncle's house. So I don't know why you're saying it's from Allah or God or Gabriel or whoever you want to claim. I just heard these stories. I've heard these stories my whole life as a kid. The stories about Jesus making stuff into a clay bird and breathing into it, making it fly, speaking out of his mom's womb and stuff like that. So anyway, there's a bunch of people pushing back on him, and that's why he's constantly having to defend himself while he's reading this. There's no other confirmation except for the Quran that says he is a prophet. When he compared himself to the prophets, when he went to Medina saying he was part of the Jewish line, they all just laughed at him, and that's why he ended up beheading over time 600 to 800 of the young men and men of that city and town, and kicked them all out of there. Made statements like, "I'm going to make Arabia all Muslim," which was interesting because they didn't even call themselves Muslim back then. At his time, that doesn't even show up till about 60 years after he died. That word Muslim. Anyway. Let's go take off again here. Sorry about that. These are the verses of the book, and that which has been sent down to you from your Lord, and the truth. But most people do not believe. Heaven is a structure. The earth is flat and does not move, but the sun and moon each travel. See also verses 15:19, 16:15, 20:53, and 31:10. Allah is who lifted up the heavens without imad. You see it, then he sat on the throne, and he made the sun and the moon subservient. Each traveled to its named time. He arranged the affairs. He explains the verses. Perhaps you may be certain of meeting your Lord. And he is who spread the earth and put stabilizers on it. The rivers and every fruit he has placed on it 2 pairs. He makes the night to cover the day. Surely in this are signs of people who reflect, and on the earth are plots next to each other, and gardens of grapes and plants and palm trees, with split trunks and without split trunks. About that. Okay. They water by one water, and we prefer some of them cover the others in the eating. Surely in this are signs for people who understand. And if you wonder, they're saying, what if we were dust? We will be a new creature. Those who become infidels in the Lord, and those who are the chains on their necks, and those are the companions of the fire, and they will abide in it forever. And they will hasten you with the evil before the good, and indeed punishment was passed before them. And surely your Lord is the possessor of forgiveness to people for their injustices. And surely your Lord is severe in punishment. And those who become infidels say, were it not that a sign had been sent down on him from his Lord, surely you are only a warner, and to every people is a guide. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and step over to Mark and read that. And you go ahead and make your assessment if this sounds like the same God here. Sorry, I gotta adjust my camera here. Sorry about that. In the beginning of the good news about Jesus the Messiah, the Son of God, as it is written in Isaiah the prophet, I will send my messenger ahead of you, who will prepare your way. A voice of one calling in the wilderness, prepare the way of the Lord, make straight paths for him. So what's going on here, of course, is they're introducing John the Baptist. I believe John was a cousin of Jesus. Like I say, I'm not a scholar. I've been to church a bunch of times, but whatever. You can hopefully check that out if you want to check these things out. That's why I'm reading. So anyway, and so John the Baptist appeared in the wilderness, preaching a baptism of repentance for the forgiveness of sins. The whole Judea countryside and all the people of Jerusalem went out to him. Confessing their sins, they were baptized by him in the Jordan River. John wore clothes made of camel hair and a leather belt around his waist, and he ate locusts and wild honey. And this was his message: after me comes one more powerful than I, the straps of whose sandals I am not worthy to stoop down and untie. I baptize you with water, but he will baptize you with the Holy Spirit. And Jesus walked beside. Let me see.
Can you feed the dog?
Alright. Sorry about that. I hit the dang button and it stuck. So, ghetto computer. Anyway, he will baptize you with the Holy Spirit. The baptism and testing of Jesus. At that time, Jesus came from Nazareth in Galilee and was baptized by John in the Jordan. Just as Jesus was coming up out of the water, he saw heaven being torn open and the Spirit descending on him like a dove. And a voice came from heaven, "You are my Son, whom I love. With you I am well pleased." At once the Spirit sent him into the wilderness, and he was in the wilderness 40 days, being tempted by Satan. He was with the wild animals, and angels attended him. Jesus announces the good news. After John was put in prison, Jesus went into Galilee, proclaiming the good news of God. The time has come, he said. The kingdom of God comes near. Repent and believe the good news. So like I say, that's about all I'm going to read. I'm just here trying to get people to compare this stuff and then start researching this. Our biggest enemy, folks, is not Muslims. It's not Muslims. They're like many people that go to church every Sunday. They don't read and study. They just listen to their leaders and they blindly follow them. Well, you better start educating yourselves, because things are happening, and they're going to be happening within the next 10, 15 years. So, have a blessed day. See you later. Bye.